Welcome, everybody. This is a very exciting day. I'd like to welcome to the Trendsetters very first AMA live, and I couldn't think of a better project to do our very first one with than a project that hasn't even launched yet. These guys are absolutely amazing. I can't wait for everybody to meet them. I can't wait for them to hear the project. Um, I'd like to introduce some of the team first of all. So we have the regulator here to my right, up on the top. We have Ape Trap down here below me. These guys are trendsetters, OGs. These guys are part of what makes the magic happen. And what we have right down in our bottom right is Chris Whittle. He is the COO for Grow Crop Corp. How are you doing, Chris?
Doing great, Dave. How about you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. How are we keeping this day?
It's a little chilly here in the south compared to what we're normally used to. Next week, we're not supposed to get out of the 30s. So, got a little Arctic blast coming down, and these teens and 30s, they can go.
Oh, no doubt, man. I'll bring you over to Ireland, you can see some actual cold weather. It gets into your bones.
But then he'll have to learn Celsius.
That's the case. Yeah, you will have to learn Celsius, I'm afraid. Nobody deals in Fahrenheit here at all.
I think the coldest I've ever been was -20 with a wind chill of about -45. So I've been in it.
Well, look, let's have a look here. So down in the description, there's going to be a Telegram link for GCC's project for Telegram. So make sure that you head over there. Make sure all the details that's going to be brought out on this AMA are going to be posted in that Telegram first. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
I am beyond excited here. What a project. I was on the chat today, and I saw one of the members found your temporary website, but it actually had the white paper on it, and I couldn't help myself. I had to snoop, Chris. I'm sorry. And
all I got to say is that guy did a great job of Googling.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Cryptosaurus, I think was his name, or is his name. So I got a look at the white paper, and it is a fantastic project on paper. I am sure you're going to carry that through to fruition. I'm just super, super excited. Thanks for your time today.
All right, no problem. Y'all too. We are very grateful to be here.
I'll tell you what, I've been around for a little bit of the excitement. You know, we have watched you and Rich do some magical things in the short amount of time. And you guys bring a certain amount of energy and commitment to this project. I think it's fair to say I can see you right now holding back and being modest with some of the energy. I've seen it off to the side a little bit. So don't be afraid to show that here, because I know when it comes out, man, that's ultimately what caught me. I'm looking forward to some of that energy here. I couldn't ask for a better seat than being right here, right now with you. This is just amazing. I feel like I'm a part of history being a part of this AMA right now. So I'm ready for it.
That's amazing.
Look,
appreciate it.
Before we get stuck into what GCC is, Chris, let the people see who you are. So, can you give us a bit of your backstory and who you are? Just let people know who they're actually going to be dealing with for GCC.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Chris Whittle. I'm the COO of GCC. From the age of 8, I've been born and raised on a farm. At the age of 13, I started trading stocks, bonds, options, and doing all those kind of things. But through the childhood being brought up on a farm, I was able to learn a lot about the commodity industry, the ins and outs of it, and about what the actual farmers needed help with, about gaining better pricing and being able to make extra money. At the age of 20, in 2002, I started my own trucking operation where we buy and sell organic fertilizers and ship them to the agriculture farmers. In 2008, I actually bought my own personal farm and branched away from my dad's farm. So I've been in this my whole life. For 32 years, it's been nothing but agriculture to me.
Well, that's a lot of years.
Yeah, to be only 40, it's been my life.
Wow.
And just to introduce everybody else to the CEO of GCC, we have the one and only Rich Owen. Sorry, I'm mixing up the two guys. Rich Owen, the CEO of GCC. How are you doing, pal?
I'm going to read his lips and I'm going to say, I'm doing outstanding, fellas. Thank you for having me on today. I think that's what I see.
Rich, can you hear us?
Can y'all hear me, guys?
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
we have you.
How is everyone?
Not too bad at all. How are you, sir? It looks like you're being a busy man
Oh,
today.
just held up at the bank today, so I'm in the car right in this minute. So I just wanted to hop on here and be on deck. I apologize for that.
No problem at all. Busy man. Look, we're still pre-launch, just so everybody knows. This token is not launched yet. This project is not launched yet. This business has been in operation for a long time, but yet it's coming onto the blockchain. So these guys are run off their feet 24/7. Rich, just while we have you and it's working, do you want to give people a little bit of your background? Who is Rich Owen?
Okay. All right, guys. How are y'all? I'm Rich Owen III. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at Grow Crop Corp. I'll get right into it. Try to be quick as I can. I like to talk a lot. But I was raised in the highly federally regulated gun and ammunitions exchange, wholesale, and retail, outfitting everyone as high up from like government officials to local authorities on down to common citizens that were able to legally procure firearms. I was taught by my grandfather to, always exceed the rules and regulations, to go above and beyond the handbook of the regulations, striving to pass the white glove inspections. We always were very critical on logging data and information, serial numbers, makes and models, dates and times, just record keeping crazy, man. It was, a pain in the butt. These protocols, though, are basically what created me to have the knack that I have today, or what people describe as my drive to succeed in all that I put my time, money, and effort into. Go a little bit fast forward from those years early on. At 23, I began working with Citibank through my ties with a company named Primerica. I was teaching older folks how to be creative with their savings through low risk investments and stuff. At 24, I was blessed once again to purchase my first restaurant. At 2008 is when I began my apprenticeship, actually studying under Dr. Golden, where I could become a trade desk operator. Thereafter, probably, I guess, about 6 years later, 2014, I actually created my first small cap hedge fund. Today, through all these practices and just blessings, I'm fluent in Japanese candlestick trading signals interpretation, and I live to speculate institutional trader psychologies. My scope of work is knowing where the heartbeat of the decentralized market is at, fixing to be, as well as where it's heading next week, next month, etc. Y'all get it. I spend countless hours screen hawking multiple platforms, housing Ethereum price action, accumulative volumes, and many other market indicators that I will never tell anyone about. Today, I reside and operate on my daily operations as a timber, lumber, fiber, and energy pellet S corporation, and it's successfully been going on here since 2012 in the Southeast. The corporation is what we classify boots on the ground. This is where I write values and considerations according to global indexes, defining values for all the different products that derive from timber, lumber, and fiber. That trade is what I live inside of, and that's pretty much what I'm all about. So yeah, guys, this is me, Rich Owen III. I fell for cryptocurrency, and I called the blockchain fever 2015, 2016. And I'm here. I'm glad to be here. And like we say at GCC, let's grow. So that's me, boss.
Absolutely fantastic. If people haven't noticed, the energy that Rich puts out is intoxicating. This guy will get into your soul. You know what I mean? He's absolutely fantastic. Well, look, let's get into it. So, what is GCC bringing to crypto that has never been brought before? Like, give us kind of what the basics is. What's your main kind of utility that's different to everybody else?
Okay, so I want to first just thank everyone today. I usually like to thank everyone first. GCC has an amazing team. A lot of counterparts here, a lot of things going on, just awesome stuff. So thank you to everyone out here that's a supporter of GCC. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I like to first tell everyone about is our real world businesses. We're dealing in the global agricultural commodities trade, GCC's wheelhouse, if you want to put it that way. So this will be creating ROI in the real world that will be earned and shall be split between our real world businesses and our own ramping portal inside our ecosystem here at GCC. Our holders shall enjoy all these different things that come in as the model is designed to feed Nitro, which is our buyback treasury. These features will create a sustainable passive income for our token holders. The Nitro will also receive that corporate ROI in the form of ETH, and then placing the buy orders to help raise the floor price, therefore increasing the holder's account value position. And this is, going to happen without any new holders, without having to get any new money. No one has to put in another dollar for this functionality to come in and deliver. So this is going to change how crypto investors look at projects. I promise you, man. This is one of the main things that we're striving over here. So excited about for GCC.
This is blowing my mind already. Like, don't get me wrong. I have got small details about this project, as much as the guys were willing to give pre-AMA, but they've been just kind of like, chicken feeding me here, little bits here, little bits there. It's getting me excited. I've been hyped. The guys have been hyped. All the trendsetters have been, we've been talking about this, speculating for days, weeks over this project. But this shit's gonna start blowing people's minds. I'm super pumped. I am super pumped for you. So let's get into it. What is the roadmap for GCC? So can you tell us all the utilities that you plan to bring to the blockchain?
Okay, so we're going to have the corporate ROI. We're going to be involved in 1 second.
No rush. We know you're driving. Keep safe now as well.
All right, I'll pick up for a sec while he's not available. So on launch day, and by the way, guys, does anybody want to know what the launch day is?
I do.
Spill
it. December the 29th.
December 29th? Woo! Awesome. Do you have a time? Do you have a time on December 29th?
So we're estimating sometime around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is not set in stone. So as we get closer, we'll definitely put that in the Telegram.
That's right. Grab that Telegram link, guys. Get on there. Get your information.
As far as the first utilities, the day of launch, we will have 3 staking pools, a 90-day, 180-day, 360-day pool. We will have farm liquidity pools. This token also offers reflections to the holders.
Yeah.
In Ethereum.
Well,
that'll
wait,
be on day 1.
Can you repeat that? Reflections in what?
Ethereum, baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about reflections. I don't think a whole lot of the greater DeFi community knows really what reflections are. Can you touch base a little bit on how that operates there for us, Rich or Chris?
Yeah, I can do that real quick if you want me to.
Go ahead, see, get them, Snake.
So on our token, we're going to do a 4% reflection on the off of the buy and sales taxes. So when people buy, you will get 4%. When people sell, you will get another 4%. So we're going to be doing the 4% reflections off of the volume. The more volume we have, the bigger the reflections are going to be that you receive.
Wow.
Man, I am such a fan of reflections.
I've never been in a project that receives reflections. This is all new to me, so that's exciting news right there. That's a layer.
What's really neat about reflections is that I think I'm after reading the white paper, I saw a little, I'm not going to say, I'll let you tell us about it, but this additional utility is also going to help boost the reflections. And I think that's what Rich was going to tell us about.
I'm jealous. I didn't get a look at this. So Jeepin has the inside scoop here.
All right, go ahead, Rich, if you want to smack them with some more sauce.
Okay, I had a little trouble hearing exactly. We were talking. What was the question exactly? Something about some more reflections there. What was we talking about?
Yeah, Rich, you were talking about utilities, and you mentioned bringing in that corporate ROI.
Yes.
Where does that go?
Where does that go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that ROI is going to come back in, and it's going to be distributed to the places throughout the ecosystem. We have a couple different features. Big shout out to Maverick over there at Brew Labs. He's been phenomenal. He was able to understand exactly what it was from the first call, first person probably ever to hear what we had here and be able to come back. I think it was one or maybe one other question on the thread, not a call or nothing, just able to understand it. But basically what's going to happen is this ROI is going to be coming back from the real world, is going to be coming back in to our ecosystem, and it's going to be able to go to the places that we see that it may need in any different place of the ecosystem, so that the holders will be able to feel good about what we're doing, and also going to be able to see it. Does that explain it pretty good? Is that what you're asking me there, sir?
All right,
Yeah.
I'll add a little bit to it because I think so. Our secondary reward treasury is going to be called Nitro. Nitro will be using the ROI back from the corporate ROI back to repurchase the tokens to help build the floor price. It will also be a set percentage of the taxes going straight into Nitro,
Right.
to help support the floor price. Then Nitro will be used later on to top up the staking pools and the farm and liquidity pools.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining, to be able to go to where things need to be in order to keep the holders happy, because we know that's what the main job is here in crypto, is to keep the holders happy. We want to take day traders, we want to take hyper scalpers, and we want to show them that they can come over here, get a bag, stuff it full, and sit back and chill and let that thing build up, so that they don't have to worry about trying to take profits here and there, that they're going to be able to see that thing accumulate and accrue through these reward and reflections.
I like that you guys are operating on a level of feeding the ROI to your second treasury, and that's becoming a thing. And I know sometimes there's a goal, and I don't know if you guys have that set goal yet. Do you have a set goal for the amount of tokens that you want Nitro to own in the short or long term? Can you talk about that a little bit?
In the beginning, I believe it's going to be disclosed there. We're going to have about 5%. Is that right, Snake?
Yes, we're going to start out with 5% in the rewards treasury.
So you're just giving it 5% out the gate
on day one,
right off the bat. Yes, sir. We want all the holders to see what's going on. We want them to realize that we want this to work, and we want everyone to be happy. I think that's the new age coming. Is going to be all about the holders. It's not going to be about the day.
Right. And do you guys have a goal as far as like where you want that to go, as far as the total supply, how much you want Nitro to own in the long run, or is that still being determined?
Rich, do you have that?
Yeah, for me, that's going to be determined. I think what we're seeing from experience with so many other tokens we've been around, this isn't going to be a play to earn. This isn't going to be a meme token merge. It's not going to be any of that crap. So I think what we've done here is we've put together something that all the holders are going to like, because we're going to be able to adjust things. We're going to be able to try to communicate with them. The main thing that we want to focus on is that everyone that comes to GCC stays at GCC, tells someone about GCC, and is excited a year later that they are in GCC and that they told someone probably in their family or a close friend about GCC. So that's where I say it's definitely, I definitely don't know, and C may have a better idea of that. But right now, I definitely don't know exactly what the percentage of tokens that we would like for Nitro to own. I'm sure as we get going down the road and the speed bumps come and the hurdles come, that we're going to be able to overcome, anything at all. Because like I told you, I think, and I'm pretty sure, as far as my knowledge is, we have the best team in the crypto space, as far as corporately and administratively, that I've seen yet. So that's my main focus. Is I know we got the team to make all the proper changes, no matter what comes at us, what happens. We're going to stay on top of it, and we're going to make sure the community's happy.
That's great to hear. I mean, I reading the white paper, and I think I'm familiar with this enough. So you correct me if I go wrong, but I'm going to try to explain it. So if you have a core, you're already doing this in the real world, right? You're experienced traders with global commodities. That's what you do. That's your wheelhouse. Now, as a token holder, I can come in, I can purchase GCC as a token, and then a portion of those taxes goes to a corporate treasury, right? And then that goes out for what you do best, right? But comes back, the ROI from those ventures comes back into what you're calling Nitro, the rewards treasury. Is that right?
Yes, Nitro is the rewards treasury.
Okay, so it goes out to the back end, and then Nitro has Ethereum, right? That's building up, and all of a sudden you have a choice to buy back, right? And you can take that Ethereum that's accumulating and trigger a buyback, which in essence is going to lift the price, and concurrently hold tokens of GCC in this treasury that you can use.
That's correct.
That's right. That's right.
I tell you, seeing as we're talking about Nitro, seeing as we're talking about the tokens, all this kind of stuff, you want to go over the actual tokenomics and what's the supply of GCC?
All right. So the supply, for one, this is a ERC20 token. And I don't think I hit on this, but on launch, it will be a fair launch. There's no pre-sale. We have a little bit of seed investors, but no pre-sale at all. It'll be 100 million token supply. The taxes starting out are going to be 8% buy, 20% sell, but they are subject to change. As the token gets more established, more, I'm trying to think of the exact word, more stable, we'll be able to start lowering those taxes down. So they will not always stay at 8% and 20%. I mean, we have a goal in the future to get them to. I'm not going to disclose that right now. We will talk about that later on. But the taxes will not always be this high.
Wow. Okay. ERC20, 100 million supply, taxes 8 and 20, but that's subject to change.
That's correct.
Yeah, so it's going to be 8 and 20 per launch.
It seems almost like it's absolutely essential for projects to have that today with the majority of the crowds. People are going to come in. They're going to want to degen in. People are going to have the free right to do whatever they want as investors. I appreciate that you're doing a fair launch. I appreciate that you're doing what you can to protect the project and the community. That says that you care about the community when you're cautious about your sales taxes, but also that you have intentions of lowering those in the futures. I can appreciate that. So thank you.
And what I really like is that 20% not only helps the project, but historically, when I've been in projects that have had a higher sell, it keeps holders from just pulling the trigger. Oh, I'm chasing this, I'm chasing that. You don't really want to be chasing, folks. I mean, this is fortification at its best. This is where outside ROI is coming back to help firm up, to keep a stable chart. The projects that I'm in that are fortified, that do have that outside ROI coming back, have stable charts. I know this is a proven method. So, that said, I am a proponent of high taxes, which is odd for me to say because I wasn't always this way. But now seeing it as successful as it is, as a holder, I'm going to want to make sure that people aren't just dumping and chasing the next thing to lose all their money. Stay where you can hopefully benefit.
Well, and that's why we went with the reflection. So that way, every time somebody bought and sold, the holders will receive Ethereum back for that.
Perfect. I love that. Like, just so we know, and just so everybody listening knows, if I'm to buy GCC at launch on the 29th of December, at whatever time you decide, what am I going to be able to do with my tokens that day, the following week, the following month? Is there additional utilities? Is there going to be uses? Is there going to be passive income that I can earn straight away? And what's kind of coming down the road?
All right. So at launch, you will be able to stake them in the staking pools. We're working on our Web3 dAPP currently. Brew Labs is building that. You'll also be able to do that at Brew Labs as well. So we'll have the 3 staking pools that we talked about earlier, the 90, the 180, and the 360s. And we'll have the farm liquidity pool available also on the day of launch.
Awesome. So 3 staking pools, and you're also providing yield farming. That's great.
And that's going to be straight after launch, correct? So like these are already built.
Yeah,
Yes, it's going to be available at launch.
So I'll be able to buy a bag day of launch, stake it up, and start earning ETH right away.
Well, the ETH will come from the reflections. The staking pools will reward you in GCC tokens.
GCC.
Okay, got you. So we're earning GCC by staking GCC. The reflections come in ETH. Thank you for clarifying that.
And that's great because the amount of reflections are proportionate to the amount of your bag size. So if you have 100 tokens, right, and that's a certain percentage, and all of a sudden you're staking, now your 100 tokens may become 200 tokens, and now you're receiving in essence twice the reflections. So
right, and
that's
also
brilliant.
Also the important part of the reflections is when people go to take, and if they take the ETH and they go and do something else with it, it doesn't hurt the chart of GCC. So they're able to gain that passive income and enjoy that and it not hurt the chart. And that's what I love.
Brilliant. Yeah, because that's just it. On other projects that I'm involved with, they have that additional layer too. That seems to be a newer thing. You guys have your finger on the pulse of crypto right now. You're nailing it.
Right, so we have what we're going to be able to purchase. We have what we're going to be able to do. We have the date. We have how we're going to earn passive income. Can you go into detail of what you're actually bringing onto crypto? So, like, what is commodities, and why are crypto people going to get invested in this? Like, all I know is myself personally that what a token is. I know what the blockchain is. I have never delved into commodity trading. I've dabbled a little bit in stocks and lost my ass, so I came back to crypto. So can you say, like, what is your project doing to bring the additional holders in, and why are you bringing it bringing it onto the blockchain?
Okay, so first of all, this is what I want everyone to look at for GCC. We're FTM, so in the trading world, if you're FTM, that's something that no one ever takes from you. It means first to market. So the fact that we're first to market is going to be something that will follow GCC forever. If someone comes out and tries to mimic our play, we're going to ask them, hey, you want us to help you? We know how to do this. We see you're smart. We understand what's going on, and this is where we're thriving at. Me and Chris at the same time have been in the agricultural commodities trade business for decades. We grew up in this business. We know it inside and out. We're the boots on the ground. We're the traders. We run the trade desk. We know what to look for. We're not a crypto coin or a crypto token or some devs that's coming out that have a great idea and don't know how to run and operate a platform. That's the problem with a lot of tokens that are out here, is they don't have any operators. They have a guy that understands their technology. They understand the development. They don't know the first thing about liquidity. Why does everyone why is everyone sitting here asking themselves, man, why did these tokens go down? Why did this happen? The reason it happened was because they went to people like BitLev and they took they took leverage. Many people out here are leveraging their holdings and their liquidity to get 50 to 1, 100 to 1. When I first got in the commodity exchange business, it was 400 to 1. You had to be an idiot to take that, but you could take it if you wanted it. You could take it if you want it. It doesn't matter. They love to see you go ahead and put your whole bag of your liquidity up for your platform and all the people trusting in your ecosystem so that they could short you out the next day and take your 20%, 30%, 40%, or as we've seen right now, even 90 something percent of tokens have lost their value because they don't have operators. Me and Chris are both operators. We're both versed at this. He's on one side of it. I'm on the other. It's like a double-headed dragon. We're breathing fire on it every day. We're winning. We're up. We're not down. We're up, 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 up. We're going up, up, up further. So to get into the agricultural commodities being tethered and integrated into the blockchain, we're the first to do it. FTM. Yes, people are already out here doing other type of tokens and other kind of coins, and they're saying, oh, we got real estate. Oh, we got hard commodities. Oh, this and oh, that. Basically, all they are is fractionalized ownership of certain type of businesses or certain type of assets. That is not what GCC is. GCC is the first to integrate agricultural commodities to the blockchain. No one else has accomplished it, and we're the only ones in this space at this point. GCC is the first to bring the agricultural commodity trading to the blockchain on Ethereum, and we're going to be able to put some things together that people that want to trade in agricultural commodities, especially because, hey, it's 2023 and food and agriculture is probably going to be pretty important when it's so inflated and all the dollars and euros and pounds and every other currency out here is so inflated, so upside down. Hard commodities, you can't eat a diamond, you can't eat gold, you can't eat silver. Are they there for people to trade and make money on in holdings? Yes, they are. How many people can afford and go out and buy diamonds and then worry about to trade them? They're going to have to come to GCC and trade them for some commodities. They might need some grain or some corn to eat. This is why GCC is so powerful, and a lot of people know it. And we're getting hit every day about what we're doing and how to do it, or how we've done it. And people are very, interested to see what's going on. So this ecosystem is going to be able to be sustainable because of the need and just basically all the excitement surrounded by something like food, like grains, which covers corn, barley, wheat, a lot of different things that people have to eat to survive. So if people want to trade, people want to buy crypto, they're going to have to eat a meal in order to have the energy to do it. And we feel like that GCC is going to be where the traders that want, or the people that want to come and that are involved in the decentralized financial world, they want to have somewhere that they can come and get rewards and get reflections and trade commodities. Because when we roll out later on and people see exactly what we've built, our platform is going to be very user friendly. People are going to like coming over here to trade the commodities. So I think it's really important for people that's in the crypto space to also seek our Telegram for knowledge, information, try to understand what is so important about agricultural commodities. You would be surprised how many people think that commodities are just gold and silver and, other asset-backed values. They don't understand that corn, grain, food, or timber. Think about timber, all the different assets that come from timber. You can't get white Xerox paper for anything. You can't have cardboard boxes that everything ships in. You wouldn't have wooden pallets to ship merchandise on. The wood business is huge. And that's why us coming from agricultural commodities, we look at it and we're like, hey, it's not just wood though. Hey, it's just not organic fertilizers. Hey, it's everything that's out here that's grown, and especially in our area of where we're at. So we're just blessed to being able to see how this was missing in blockchain, how this agricultural commodities haven't been brought and tethered in. So, we're just excited. And I think that, everyone needs to jump on that Telegram, grab that link, check out that white paper, see what we got going on. And I know this B1 website was leaked, and that's cool. So now that that's leaked, that's cool. But everybody needs to understand that was a temporary joint for our corporate staff and our administrative staff to be able to get a good look and understand what in the world we've created. And so that V2 Web 3.0 is coming out very soon. So for any haters out there that's like, hey, this ain't this or this ain't that, just wait. It's coming for you. We put this thing together and it's coming right. This is 7 years in the making. There's no slacking going on. And like I said, me and Chris have been blessed to put together a team that everyone is going to see in the blockchain and recognize us as one of the most high. And that's a guarantee. We got a lot of things coming. I wish I could spill them out here, but by the summer of 23, people are going to be paying us to tell them what to do. I'm going to yield to the conversation.
Oh man, I just love that energy so much. I did tell everybody this guy's intoxicating. He will get into your soul, this man. No, look, that's absolutely fantastic, and I love the fact that you're bringing these commodities, and I love that you're bringing commodities that people don't know. Like, I've done my research. There's about 38 commodities currently in the States being traded. Everybody thinks it's gold and silver, and they might touch on something else, but there's 38 in total. You know what I mean? And gold and silver aren't even the biggest ones. You know what I mean? You touched on it. Like timber's the biggest thing that you guys have. This is the biggest thing that the world trades. It's huge, and you guys are tapping into that straight away. I
got files. I got files thick on 100%. Values written. Values hit the deck. Checkmate.
Hey, I was looking at the USDA statistics, showed at least in the white paper, and I fact checked just to make sure. And you were right on there. It shows over 1 trillion of
with
just
a T. With a T. Forget the B's, baby.
Of agricultural commodities, right? And that was in 2020, and it's supposed to be 3 trillion next year.
My favorite number, baby. 23. Get the 3 T's.
Richard Owen III.
Let's go.
Right. So look, we've covered the kind of project in its basics that we're going to be able to access straight away, and how these are going to bring back the ROI. Is there any kind of future utilities? Are you going to be like going into? I know you were kind of dishing it out there that PTE, you're not going to be doing that crap, but are you going to be doing NFTs? Are you going to be doing anything else that's classic?
Hit them up, see. Talk about that. Talk about Big Zeus, baby.
So yes, we're going to have a collection called Zeus. It'll be a 2D collection. They will be stakeable. They'll be able to earn a part of the ROI coming back from our ecosystem. There'll be 1,200 of them. We will have a pre-sale on those as well. And then after those, we're going to go with a 3D collection. Those are going to be called the Illuminates. They're beautiful.
I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist myself
today, and I'm freaking stoked to share those things. But I'm sorry, guys, that sauce has got to stay sealed for a little bit longer.
That's right, baby. We got to keep them under wraps. That V1 might have leaked, but them ain't leaking, baby.
Okay, so I think I heard NFTs that are stakeable. Wow, and you're going to have 2 collections.
Yes.
And not only stakeable, like he's after talking about getting the ROI back from the corporate side, so it's sustainable passive income coming on that. This is what people aren't getting. Like, go put in #Fortify. So somebody drop it down there. You'll see it down in the comments. We'll bring it up on the screen. And go check out Fortify Crypto on Twitter. You're going to see exactly what it takes to become a Fortify project. It's not simple. And these guys are making all the right moves to become a Fortify project out the gate. Just wait till you see it. Like, the fortification is not easy, and sustainable passive income and having ROI from outside of crypto, regardless of what crypto does, is the most important utility. And these guys are doing it. And not only are they doing it, they've been doing it for 20, 25 years a piece. These guys know what they're talking about. This is like they didn't decide to come onto the blockchain and say, oh, I can do that. They've been already doing it. They're deciding to bring what they're doing onto the blockchain. It's just amazing. That's how it's done.
So there's one thing I want to hit on, Dave, and I'm not sure if you asked this question earlier or if it's been brought up. But I've had a lot of people ask me, why are you bringing this to crypto? Why now? Why after 7 years? I'll tell you why right now. I am sick and tired of seeing devs rug their communities, and people are getting screwed every day. Money stole from them. I'm sick of it.
They need to bring that over here to the GCC Secure Bag Committee.
That's why this is coming to crypto. That's why we decided to do it now. We're sick of it. We're ready to give them a project that's going to bring real ROI back to the project to help support it. We do not need 10,000 holders to make this project work.
I sent that out to him today. See, we had that boy hitting the ground. He was trying to get us. I said, we don't need you, boss. Thank you.
We would love for everyone to join. We would love for everybody to get in the role of it and to be a part of it so they can make some return and to grow in the future. But this really fuels my blood. I mean, personally, me and Rich have invested in a lot of things in the last few years. We've been personally rugged, and to have that feeling is not good. And I'm going to bring up another statement that we haven't mentioned. Nala, I'm sure all of y'all know her. She is our legal counsel.
Wow. So you have a legal counsel on retainer for the project?
Yes.
Yeah, and she's
We'll be
she's
doing
on,
all of our
she's
licensing.
on everything smoking.
She will be doing all of our licensing. She will be helping us get a money transmitter license. She will be helping us get the surety bonds. She will help us make sure that we're 110% legit.
So just to be fair, I seen somebody put up there. I seen somebody put up that you're going to be an S corp. Is that right? Are you going to be an S corp or what are you?
No, it's a C corp.
So I'm going to clarify that. Earlier, Rich spoke of an S corp corporation that he is part of with his timber business. That is not GCC. GCC's ROI will be coming back from a C corp that's licensed in the state of Georgia.
Southeast, baby.
Sounds like you're going for the big leagues.
There's a huge difference between an S corp and a C corp. That's like I knew it was a C corp. I seen somebody bring it up here, and I just want to get that out there.
No, let's
C
clarify
corp,
that.
Yes, exactly. You know, this is a C corp. That is a huge difference. I'm not even going to explain what a C corp is. Just know, like
they need to go read about that.
Yeah, exactly. Amazon, Coca-Cola, all these guys, they're C corps. That's the leagues that you're playing in here. Right. Just as we're kind of on this subject, do you have any marketing exposure? Do you have any partnerships? Do you have any collaborations coming up that you want to tell the people here just before launch?
Go ahead, C.
All right, we are proud to say that we're going to be part of the Syndicate 12 of the beautiful project that Jonathan Menjivar has created at WPT. They have fully doxed us. They know everything about us. We have nothing to hide.
So for those who don't know, from what I understand, the Syndicate 12 is an investment in WPT via NFT, right? Where you're going to be able to take part in that ecosystem, which is also fortified, which is going to return ROI
Utilize
into your ecosystem.
It's another beautiful utility that will be coming back to GCC.
Welcome to the crypto family. Welcome to the new crypto family.
So just so people understand, the listeners understand, that means that the buybacks are going to be larger, which means that the reflections are going to be larger. Whether I'm staked or not, I'm going to be receiving those reflections, right? 4% of all buys.
It's beautiful when you see. It's beautiful when you see corporate ROI coming back into the system with those buybacks. And what did the buybacks do? They create more volume. What does more volume mean? More volume means you're getting more ETH in your wallet that you'll be able to go claim on our dAPP.
Dave, you're on mute.
I don't know why I did that. Just while we're on the subject then, so your second treasury is going to be buying a lot of tokens. Is that going to receive the reflections as well?
No, it is not. So we decided not to allow our treasury to receive the token or to receive reflections because we wanted more of those reflections to go back to our holders. We want our holders to gain.
Wow, that's very generous of you. Because what happens traditionally is that a treasury will become your largest holder. So that could be siphoning off the reflections right off the top. So you're saying we're not allowing that. We're going to allow the holders to have those reflections. That's huge. Great call.
We lost good man, Rich. We're adding them back in here. Sorry, Rich, we have you back. Right. This is fantastic.
Guys,
so
I'm on that different phone that worked really well. And now this I'm on the new phone that was working very well, and now this one's doing the same thing. I'm getting a little excited, I guess, boss. I don't know.
It's all that positive energy, brother.
That electricity coming off of those fingertips.
I promise you, I'm not on the same phone though, guys. I did use a different phone. This is the phone that was shorting out before. Now I'm on this one. So, anyway, welcome to my life.
Right. So look, we'll do a recap in a couple of minutes, but I kind of want to get all the information out about the project. So, where do you guys see GCC in 12 months? 3 years, 5 years? Are you going to be bringing additional utilities? Are you going to be bridging onto different blockchains? Like, where are you going to be?
So I want to hit on the first one.
Yeah.
And then
let them know.
I'm going to let Rich run with this pick. Or this bull. Okay. Let me rephrase that. So other blockchains are not needed. We're going to be building our own blockchain.
We gonna have our own blockchain, GCC, baby.
Wow. Okay. What for? I mean, I'm excited whenever I hear what new blockchain, but tell me why.
We're gonna bring the first agricultural commodities trading platform to the world, where you can become a trader of the commodities through the blockchain with the touch of your fingers anywhere in the world. We're going to have a KYC process. We're going to do all the things that we've learned to do through our times. Like I said, in 2014, I was blessed into the small cap hedge fund business as a peon that actually had his own desk and had his own spreads and was able to do everything that a big firm is able to do. So now in the decentralized financial sector, we're bringing that platform because it's plug and play for us. This isn't hard. We don't need to figure it out. We don't have to wonder what this part of the platform is that controls stops or is your put, where you're going to get called, your margin, all those things, man. We do that in our sleep. Between me and Chris, we know all that stuff. So, of course, our blockchain is coming. Of course, our exchange is coming.
It was too much sauce. Too much. Fired up.
The government came in. Get him out of here.
For anybody that didn't know, we actually brought Rich up on a multi-space a couple of weeks ago, and it was the best fun ever. The guy he would drop off, his internet would drop off, and he'd appear on a different corner of the globe every time. It was fantastic. Rich, we have you back.
Oh man, oh wow, here I am, guys. Sorry.
Hey, I have a really good question here from one of the listeners. They say, what are the features of your project that you trust most in order to be a long-lasting project? So this talks about sustainability, right? What makes you sustainable? I've heard that term a few times. What makes you
I'm going to say the number one comfort in my mind when I hear that question is agricultural commodities and the way that we are able to procure those, as well as the way we're able to exchange those globally to create ROI that will come back and feed those treasuries. That is the number one thing that makes me happy, is because we know how to write our values, we know how to do our business, and we know that the blockchain is going to do the functionalities that it's been programmed to do through the smart contracts and with the treasuries. So that alone gives me an amazing amount of confidence, because we haven't failed in our business in the real world yet. So I don't see it failing, especially coming in to a tripled up market from 2020 with $3 trillion. I don't see any hiccups coming anywhere in the next year, 2, 5, or 10 years. I'm here to tell you that we chose to do this at this time because this is the time that agricultural commodity trading platform needs to be brought to the decentralized financial sector, because we're about to turn things around. And some of the things that GCC's partnerships in the real world are going to be doing is going to be guaranteeing those things to become larger, to create more volume, and to take more control of the global access to agricultural commodities throughout the world.
Wow. All right. I was just thinking it was sustainable because you're buying back tokens. What do I know? That's why we have to trust in you, the experts.
And our past performance. Our past performance is what allows me to be sane and to feel good about everything that we're doing. Is past performance, not, oh, we're going to go do this and we're going to mimic this other company because, man, they did it really great. Those companies that you see do really great, they do not give you the secret sauce. They do not tell you how it's done. And if you don't know how it's done and you think you know how it's done, you better go get a 5 or 10 year lesson before you jump out there and get ran over. Because I promise you, agriculture is just like any other business. If you don't know the business, you will get ran over.
It's a good point. I remember thinking I was a shoo-in for an eBay store back in the early days, and I had the best idea, and people outcompeted me left and right. You can't just.
What about when Amazon was a bookstore? Didn't do too good, guys.
Exactly.
But what did he do? He fell back, he rebuilt, and now he's a beast.
So I see that the agricultural commodities are going to grow, right? The demand is growing there. And then a project such as this is going to have more funding to be able to do what you do best, which should translate, hopefully, not financial advice or anything, but should translate to hopefully that ROI, increased ROI coming in as the years unfold, right? So
let me.
Can I ask a question? Just this,
yes.
This is a good question that came through from the TG. There's someone that just entered that's watching, and I'm going to have you guys answer this live. What are the features of your project that you trust the most in order to be a long-lasting project? I'll read it again.
That's what we just answered.
You did just answer. While I was reading it, you guys, my bad. Multitasking.
I just need to make sure.
Tell him to watch the reel. Tell him to watch the reel and rewind it. I don't want to do it again.
Tell you what, look.
Do you have other questions?
Yeah, anybody that's on YouTube, feel free to put your questions. I know loads were early on, but they might have answered it on the way. So feel free to put your questions up. I'll pull up a couple of good ones. Let the guys answer it. Regulator, dAPP, do you have any more questions for the guys before we kind of wrap this up?
No, not at all. I've thoroughly enjoyed this process. I was just being captured by some of the stuff that's going on in the TG. It's live in there right now. So you guys did your job, and you woke me up a little bit today. I was a little tired before I came onto this AMA. So thank you, Rich. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dave, and Mr. Regulator up there. I am super glad that I'm here. I have no further questions.
Well, I'll tell you what then. Rich, Chris, do you want to do like a closing statement, or is there anything that you want to cover? While you do that, I'm going to use Twitter Picker for the giveaway, because we are doing a giveaway tonight, everybody. There's going to be $200 in each. What are we going to do? Are we going to do 2 people get $100 or 4 people get $50? It's up to you, guys. It's your giveaway.
Chris,
how many people are in here? How many people's in here?
Well, currently listening on this, we have about 44 people. Currently listening.
4.
We'll do 4. Okay, perfect. I'm going to just use Twitter Picker, so you guys can go on with a closing statement. I'm just going to put it up on Twitter Picker, and then we'll go from there.
I want to add something, Chris. Is it okay? You got anything to say right now? Can I say something again real quick? I got the motor mouth.
Yeah, you go right ahead, and if you miss anything, I'll follow up.
Okay, I want to give a big shout out to WPT Jonathan over there, the CEO. I want to give a big shout out to Nala, our attorney. And I want to give a big shout out to Maverick at Brew Labs. I want to give a big shout out to every guy on this AMA here that's up on the video screen. I want to give a big shout out to Landy as well. I don't see him on the screen. I know if he could be there, he would be there. I'm very, very like a grounded person, even though I seem to be flying all over the crazy place and never, I'm just, I got a lot of things going on in my mind. And I want to make sure that we thank everyone, all the supporters, anyone that sees our vision, please let us know. Come on the Telegram. Let us know. Hey, I told someone about that today. We're going to take care of you. If you're going to really earn respect for GCC because you can tell that we're going to earn rewards and reflections for you, please make yourself known. But please do not DM me. I don't like DMs. Period. Hit my team up. Hit my team up. Hit my team up. We got a team. This is a corporation. This is not some fly-by-the-seat pants looking like, oh, yeah, you could just hit the CEO or the COO or somebody. You can't do that. Stop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting excited, bro. We have a huge team. We have a huge team.
So you're encouraging folks to join the Telegram. Ask your questions there. Right?
100%.
If it's a question that our team cannot answer, they will contact us and we will get them the right answer, or we'll type up a statement and put it right on there to everyone. It's just right now, me and Rich run on 2 to 3 hours sleep a night. I mean, we literally work 22 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Guys.
Literally, I've spent less than 5 Christmases with my family that I did not work.
Amen.
I've only made 2 Thanksgivings in the last 15 years. We literally work 365 days a year. I finally got me a good 8 hours last night, and I'm jacked. Like, I haven't had that in the last 4 days.
You're looking good, too, baby. You're looking good, baby. You're looking good.
You trim the beard, you put back the hair, you put on your fancy shirt. You're looking sharp today, boss.
Appreciate it. Got a little shiny
The
forehead.
country boys know how to clean up now.
See, that's the trick right there. You walk around looking grubby all day, so when you clean up, you really stand out to people. So look, what I'm going to do is right. So I've pulled up Twitter Picker. It has rejected a couple of people, so you obviously didn't follow the 2 accounts you have to follow. God, people. But anyway, so the first one that we have up is Walleye, and it's at Nature Walleye. So I'm kind of hoping he's on. I'm not going to be too picky with this one. It's our first one, and I kind of messed up because it should have been on the other one. So this is just on my YouTube. It was meant to be on the Trendsetters, and I messed up because you have to give it 24 hours. So we'll probably be little lenient here. The next one is, oh my God, it's Nadine. Now you can see these on my phone. I'll post them over. So it's Nadine. So it's at 01 Katarina.
Big shout out to Nadine.
Nadine, you just won $50 in Ethereum. So did you, Walleye. So next one is Baggins. So at Bottom Bagger. Cool. That guy's in. The names on Twitter are amazing. And I'm glad I haven't got one now that's huge. The next guy got rejected. And then the last and final one for $50 worth of Ethereum given to you by the guys over at Grow Crop Corp is at Kane's Crypt. So Kane's Crypt.
Big shout out to Crane's Crypt.
What I'll do is there was a couple of rejected, and I ran a load more numbers just in case, just because of the rejected numbers, and just in case people weren't on. But we're being a bit lenient, so we'll just pick the first 4. Yeah, I'll make up a post. I'll put it on my Twitter so everybody can see, and then if they want, we can put out proof that everything gets paid as well. How's that sound?
Yeah, please everybody go join that Twitter, man. Grow Crop Corp. Go check it out. Get on that Twitter.
If you're listening to this, you should be already following it. It's one of the criteria to be here. Yeah, so look, make sure you get over to follow the
Get
Twitter
active.
at Grow Crop Corp. Make sure you get onto the Telegram, because the Telegram is going to be the first point of contact for everything, including the contract drop when it goes live. So make sure you get over there, because it's a fair launch on Ethereum blockchain, and these guys are not messing around, as you've heard. If you come in late, make sure you go back to the start, because these guys are going to be massive. And if you're going to miss a fair launch on potentially one of the next blue chip tokens, you're going to be kicking yourself in years to come. I guarantee it.
Hey Dave, did you hit on who they needed to hit up for the winnings?
I'll DM them on Twitter. Don't worry. So
Okay.
all the winners, I'll DM on Twitter. They can deal directly with me. Any scammers do it, I'm just going to block you instantly. As I always do. You will just be blocked.
Can't see my thumbs, but I'm giving you 2 thumbs up, brother.
But look, everybody, this is the first official one-on-one AMA with Grow Crop Corp. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Chris and Rich, and a huge thank you to 2 members of my team. We're missing Landy. He's actually in the background there. His camera's having a little bit of problem. So we have the regulator, we have A-Trap. A lot of effort goes into these. You know, we've been dealing with the guys for a couple of weeks, helping them out, and I'd appreciate, and I just want to thank absolutely everybody for following us on Twitter and joining in on this AMA. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Big Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
You're moderating this. This session is probably going to be the first of many with GCC, and this is so exciting, right? Because it's another fortified project, but it's brand new, never been done, first to market, and for once, I'm early. We're early. December 29th launch date. I have that circled in my calendar.
Have your Ethereum ready in your wallet. It's the lax period between Christmas and New Year's. Most people do nothing except farmers, by the way. Yeah, most people do nothing. Like, you know, I've had 1 or 2 years in the past 10 or so that I've done nothing between the 25th and the 31st. So make sure there's no excuses not to be on. There's no excuses to get into this or not to get into this, because it is a fair launch. How many times have you had the opportunity to get into a fair launch with a company, a C Corp, with Docs members willing to get up on a video? They have an attorney sorting out all their licensing. Like this doesn't happen. I've never seen one, actually, if I'm totally honest, that hasn't done a pre-sale, that hasn't done, you know, some sort of like kind of like big drumming up thing. This is a fair launch on Ethereum. It's huge. It's huge. Like, you know, I can't even express how big it is. So look, big round of applause to Rich and Chris. Thanks very much for coming on, and I'm sure we'll have you back on in the very near future. Possibly, I would say, a couple of days after launch, hopefully.
Oh yeah, sounds great, Dave. I'd like to thank all y'all for having us.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate it.
All right. Enjoy
Awesome.
your
Thanks
evening.
for being on, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. See you later.
Everyone have a
Thanks
good
everybody for watching. Peace. Catch you in the next one.
Peace.